Rightio guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're at the Gold Coast Convention Centre. You guys know what time of year it is. It's AFTA again, so I'm absolutely pumping to get in there. I'm with Shimano this year, so we're going to go in there, check out some of their stuff. We're going to have a chat to some of the boys in there about their new favourite gear and stuff like that, and yeah, we're going to walk around and see what's new in the fishing industry, and I'm buzzing. So we're going to head in there. Let's get to it. Alright, we haven't even made it in the convention yet. Look who I've bumped into. The boys from ISO Fishing. How are you finding the show this year?
Absolutely amazing. It's actually our first AFTA. So it's our first time being here. But it's pretty exciting seeing a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new stores as well. So it's really cool to see.
All the way from Sydney. I'm pretty close with these lads, so I haven't looked at a bunch of the stuff in there, so we're going to get in there and give it a crack. Good to see you boys.
See you around. Appreciate you guys.
Have a good AFTA. I'll see you around, alright?
Bro. Take care.
See ya. Alright, we're over here. First stop is the Shimano stand, and this year it is looking unreal. All the rods along here, carriers around the wall. We got some of the new luggage, more rods. To then the middle where we got a line and some new lures that I'm super excited to go check out. We've got all the reels over there as well, so we're gonna go get stuck in and look at some of the new stuff. Alright, we'll start on the line. Over here we got the new 8 strand by Power Pro. The Tenacity. This stuff feels and looks really good. Super thin. Awesome orange colour. It also comes in a blue. Keen to give this stuff a crack. I do like the Power Pro stuff. Previously it was in a 4 strand, but now it's in that 8. It feels super thin, super smooth. You guys will definitely see me fishing with this pretty soon. Alright, so just around the corner from the new line is what I'm pretty excited about. It's the new Squidgies range. You guys will be pretty excited. The Squidgies bug is back. Same with the Lobby. Little crayfish style plastic, little yabby looking thing. They look absolutely unreal. We've got some new additions. We've got the Glimmer, which is little short body plastic with some nice tassels, tinsels, whatever you call them, coming out the back. They've got my interest. Sydney Harbour Kingfish Salmon Bonito when they're busting up. They look exactly like a little whitebait. We've also got a new bigger grub. So I'm not too sure how big these are. Maybe a 3.5 inch maybe. But these are going to be definitely good on the flathead, the dewies. They are sick. So many new colours.
We would have lost big ones.
This one looks unreal. New packaging as well on all the Squidgies. Looks really schmick. How good. Have a look at these. I reckon on a little weedless hook or a small jig head, casting them into some bust ups in the harbour. They will absolutely annihilate everything. Also really good on the brim, flathead, stuff like that. I'm really impressed. There's also a bunch of new apparel. This hat catches my eye. That's pretty schmick. Pretty trendy. We've also got a whole new line of the shirts. These ones look to have a drawstring, which is pretty good. You can tighten it down when you're facing the wind or driving a boat. Got the old classic material in some new colours. Oh, dropping things. There we go. Some new shirts. What do we got on the back of this one? That's really cool. Wow. And then snapper. That's sick. We've got a bunch of new rods as well. We'll try to get in there and get our hands on some. As you can see, it's super busy, but this is sick. Alright, when it comes to reels, we got some pretty cool additions. The new Nasky, you guys have all seen. I was actually lucky enough to fish with this a couple months ago before it was released and got a beautiful trevally on it. Super smooth, really good bang for the buck. Hopefully focuses. Really nice colour wave on it. Super smooth and really nice reels. And then next to it, we've got the new Sustain. Now this thing is unreal. It's hard to wind it while holding the camera, but you get it to focus. Look at the colours on it. Got that gold and those cuts in the spool. Looks so nice. Alright, we're inside with my good mate Dean. I've got a question for you, mate.
Yeah.
What's your favourite new release from Shimano?
Mate, you know, there's so many rods and reels that we can pick from, but for me, squidgies. Look at these things.
Which one?
They
Yeah,
look epic.
they look pretty good.
Just something unique and different. I don't think I've seen anything like that.
So I'd use
them.
Have you?
Yeah, they're cool.
What have you caught on them? Because I'd use them for like busting up fish in the harbour and that. But what have you chased with them?
I really like the idea of this colour, especially because I like my bass. But I reckon rig one of those on like a drop shot,
Yep.
shaking along the bottom. Yeah, a different approach. I'm pretty keen.
Yeah, right.
like
Mate, cheers for having a chat.
Thank you.
Gonna go look at some new stuff, but mate,
Enjoy.
appreciate ya.
Thank you.
Alright, we've got a fair few reels. We've got Luca here. Mate, what do you reckon is your favourite new release
Favourite?
out of the reels?
I like the new Twin Power here, the 3000.
Let's have a look at that. Try to get it to focus. There we go. Looks really schmick. Super clean. That drag sounds unreal. What are you going to use it for?
Deweys, flathead, everything really.
That's sick. Got the new Twin Power there. You got the other new one over there. And we got a fair few new reels as well. Right, we've got a time where we've got all the rods free. In a lot of the ranges, we've got new BFS rods in the AFTA. These are such nice little rods. Look at that. For a light finesse BFS. This one's actually got spiral guides on it. I don't know if you can see on the light ground there. They wrap around. But this is the one I would say is in my budget. Well, I'll put this one back. The Ascenza BFS. There we go, the Ascenza BFS. Got the spiral guides as well. Pair with one of the new BFS bait casters, and that'll be ripper. Alright, a brand that's come out with a whole lot of new stuff as well this year is Nomad. We've got a whole new range of plastics. I've had a look at a couple of them, but they've got a little swim tank over there, so I'm keen to go see how they all swim. Got walls full, new hardware. And here we go, all the new plastics. Got everything from small little prawn to little paddle tails in all different sizes. They go all the way up. Some thicker body paddle tails. They actually look really good, and I'm pretty sure it's a real stretchy TPE material. Over here they've got little double down, little minnow flick baits. These ones have some eyes on them, some foil inside. They came out with a whole new range this year. Some pretty awesome plastics. This one's a Cobra. Got a weird little frilly neck kind of on them. And then this one, these are the ones you guys have probably seen online where you can put the weight systems in them. This one's got a little soft plastic bib on it almost. All different sizes, so many colours. We've got a little tank just around the corner, so I'm going to go have a look at some of them, how they swim. Got some bass jigs, new hooks. What I saw over here was some new jig heads. If that'll focus, there we go. It's a cool new jig head. I'm a big fan of the BKK hooks, so I bet that they're going to be awesome. Got some hidden weights, and then some of those big jig heads that we know they make. Let's have a look at how some of these lures swim.
Well, they're different in there. Like some of them smell.
This is a new squid lure from them. All these tentacles and little feelers on the end there. I reckon that's going to do really well. A brand we all know now, Irakanji. They make some sick stuff. They got some new lures out. I still haven't used the Sakara paddle tails, but they look mint. We've got some of the prawns at home. Fish with a fair few of the prawns. They got the smaller size, all the way up to their big ones. They got some new jig heads, some new weights we'll have a look at. New pre-rigged mega prawns, new jig heads, new screw weights. Look at something like that. Look at this guy. That is crazy. Big redfin. It's like a big cod or something. That's wild. I love these prawns. I fish with them a fair bit. This colour here, one of my favourites. Flathead, dewies, kingfish, everything loves them. There we go. I wouldn't really throw them. They're a bit big for what I do, but for a big barra, big cod, pre-rig that really strong treble all the way through, they're sick. I'm sure if I did throw them around the estuaries, big dewy, big flathead would crush them. I really like them. This brand's doing amazing things. There's actually too much stuff. Been walking around for about 30 minutes now and I've got to about 3 stalls. So keep going, we got all day, so there's everything. I'm walking through everything and too much to look at. So we're at the Rapala, we'll come have a look at this in just a minute. I'm gonna go get a drink and see what else we can find. All right, back at one of my favorites, my lure box. John,
how are you, mate? Great to see you.
Good to see you again. Talk to me, what have you got new this year?
There's a lot of new stuff actually. I've been a busy boy. I've done, I try to put rigging, right, as options to replace. All of my stuff comes fully rigged, right, so that people can just pull it straight out of the pack and fish it, but they like the replacement rigging. So this is replacement rigging for a little lure that I've made called the Jack Burner.
Yes, I've got a packet of them.
Beautiful. They are a little weighted EWG. There's twist locks in there, single stingers. It comes with a hook file, and there's bands and keeper beads so that you can put any soft plastic on here and keep it in position. So
that's wicked.
TPE, PVC, you can retrofit it to any plastic. So that's a little product that's around now. I've got a whole load of lures, so here you go.
Right, let's have a look at it.
Do you want to have a look? I'll take you through what we got.
Let's have a look.
So actually we'll start with this one. This is similar to my Jack Burner.
Yep.
And it comes as a grab and go pack. So if you take a look there, there's 5 lures all rigged in there differently.
Oh wow, all of them, even these ones
all
there.
of them come rigged, mate. So, and there's trebles and hooks of different sizes for different options and conditions, okay?
Yep.
So these big hook exposures here are for the guys that like to fish small profiles in the dams for barra, okay?
So big bite, gets the
hook. You need big hook exposure for a barra and a nice strong hook. And then there's smaller options here. The one down the bottom here, that's for guys in the dams chasing bass, guys chasing jacks along pontoons and in canals. They need a nice strong hook with some exposure, more than what you use if you've got a Jack Burner around cover. These little things in here, Hugo, is like I showed you, that's a weedless system. So there's not big hook exposure because you're not getting snagged around the structure.
Getcha.
Take a look at this little ripper. There's nothing like this going, mate. This thing comes in that little Shadow Burner pack. These will be available in about 2 months' time. That little thing there has a tail action.
What a colour as well, look at that.
Yeah, you like that?
Very natural,
a
very
little bit of glitter. And you've got an EWG that holds that thing level in the water, but it's unweighted, okay? So you can fly this thing into the edge of a creek and slow roll it super slow over some weed for a bass and sit it there, and it'll just slowly fall level like a real bait fish does.
Yeah, right, I like that.
And if you want to slow it down, it comes with a little foamy on the inside, okay? And you can put that foam insert into where the jig head sits in here.
Okay.
And that slows it right down. So in a little tiny creek, you can just sit that thing in front of fish or in a dam.
Little twitches and then stir them up.
Yeah. So that's something that you're probably not going to see anywhere, mate. It's a design. All of my stuff falls level.
Yeah,
okay?
I like it.
And that's a little something different.
Now this I'm very excited to see. I'd love you to talk me through it.
Okay, so this is the smaller brother to a lure called the Soft Glide that I designed years ago.
These ones here.
And that's the best big flathead lure going, okay? And they come rigged in a packet. They have a beautiful level fall that you can cast them a mile, right? Which is what you need if you're chasing really big spooky flathead that are really smart. But people wanted something smaller, and I've brought that with the 160 SG and added in
That's awesome.
a wicked tail action that is like super responsive. So on a drop, when you drop this thing, it'll fall just level and that little tail will swim on the way down.
That's sick. I like
Okay. It's built really tough. So I've got a custom built extra EWG. So big hook exposure for big fish
Very
like
wide
barra.
gap on that one.
Yeah, big flathead, jewfish, that kind of thing. And yeah, all the componentry just works so that it sinks level. It also comes with the cavity like all my stuff. So you can
Look at that colour.
Yeah, so in the packet it comes with, that's a 1 ounce jig in there with a treble and a 1/2 ounce and then an unweighted version and a spare body, okay? So similar to, this is a sorry to keep changing your exposure, you
No, you're sweet.
It comes, this is a barra burner. That's how
Yeah.
they come in the packet, rigged 3 different ways with foam inserts and accessories and spare bodies. And that's how this is going to come.
Going to come the same way?
Yeah. So before the end of the year, that's going to come out. I was up at Monduran on Monday night.
How'd you go?
Late afternoon, burning that and over the weed. And I pulled 2 barra, missed a couple of bites, had some blow-ups. This can be
sick.
used as a subsurface
Put the
lure.
foam in there?
You can, straight out of the pack without the foam, if you even slow roll this, it's got like a really snaky little tail action.
Yeah.
And over the weed late afternoon, when you've got warmed up bays for barra, you can roll this out and she gets destroyed, mate.
That's
and
mad.
it's like a top water blow up.
Yeah.
Okay? So subtle tail action, absolutely sick.
That's awesome.
It's the SG160. Yeah. So that's you. There's some other stuff coming too. Depending on how much time you got, mate. It's all.
Talk me, whatever.
I'll talk you through. I'll show you what we got. This is jig heads are coming.
New jig heads, that's sick. In all those colours?
So they'll come in a rainbow pack. Okay. And there's some really cool stuff going on with the jig heads. So most jig heads, nearly everything you're going to find is great for TPE or great for PVC, if you're lucky, but never both.
Yeah.
Right? Most really good jig heads, if they're for TPE, they'll actually shred up your PVC plastics.
They do,
right?
yeah.
This is great for both and it can hold both. So it's got a pin that holds TPE underneath and you can run the TPE over the eye of the jig head and it beds down nicely into that little space. So you've got it held above and below the jig and the hook shank, so it keeps it better. And then it's got a PVC holding piece there with a stinger that sits inside the plastic, okay?
Yeah.
And then you've got a trailing treble that can come out the back. So
That's cool.
yeah, that's a product that's going to fit into a range of stuff, and they're called Easy Rig jig heads.
That's awesome.
And there's a range of baits coming called Easy Rig baits.
Okay, is that the new big thing?
It is going to be the big thing,
Yeah,
mate,
it's going to be.
because people who hate rigging soft plastics, which is anyone who fishes them, it does away with all that and everything comes rigged perfectly.
Beautiful.
Okay, so perfectly rigged in the packet, and that you can put different weights of jig heads inside them. All right, so
right.
that's coming. That's a strolling plastic.
That's a new one.
Which is going to be one of the big things for barra in the next 2 years.
That's cool.
And they're going to come for barra for cod and for bass. So they're called barra bites and bass bites. They're coming
Is
too,
that in
mate.
the 70 and 100 mil?
75, 100, and then a 135, 180, and there's going to be a giant one for if you like your kingfish, because you're out of Sydney,
Yeah.
righto.
That'll be
This
from
thing-
the Kings.
Yeah, so if you want high speed work for kings with a tail kick, there's a lot going on here, but for kings, high speed with a little subtle kick,
Like a garfish.
the barra bites, but in the big one, killer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
And
unreal.
really strong hooks, mate. So there's a lot happening this year.
lot going on.
Yeah.
But you're smashing it, mate.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
unreal.
let's go fishing.
Mate,
we should
unreal
go
talk
fishing.
to you. Let's go for a fish, all right?
All right, yeah, it'd be nice.
Cheers, mate. All right, at the Rapala stand, some of the new stuff they've got coming. The new Trickster, they're a little soft plastic crab, really stretchy material. I reckon they're going to be a really good substitute, cheaper than those cranker crabs. They've got some different rigging options and that for them. They've got a new size in the curly tail creeper, 3.25. Same with the Suspect, gets a little bit bigger. The jerks, heavy hitters we all know. They got the new Imposter that some of the young boys are telling me about. Comes in a 2.5 inch now. And then it also comes in that bigger 6 inch for your monster fish. They got a bunch, 13 fishing lures. These ones over here, I really like the look of. They've got almost the blade up the front and then a soft body tail. They look pretty awesome. What else have they got? Some nice jerk baits. Fair bit of new stuff. One of my favourite winter lures is Samaki Vibalicious. Coming out with a bunch of new colours. Everything from new natural colours, some darker ones. That one's almost like a wounded bait fish. You see a lot of mullet in the river that are wounded exactly like that. That's really cool. Got more natural ones, some bright ones. I like that. Natural but also dark for the murky water. That is so cool. All different sizes. That's cool. Let's see what else they've got. All right, over here at Yaken Bait, mate. Tony, nice to meet you, mate.
Pleasure, Hugo.
Please give me a run through of what you got going on here.
All right, well, what we've got is the Yaken Bait, mate. It's a live bait containment system made for kayaks. It's 100% Australian made, here in Queensland actually, food grade vinyl. And it has capacity to hold up to 10 litres depending on the depth of your vessel. Quick and easy to install.
Yeah, show us how it's done.
Does come with the aerator, which is a 2-speed, runs off D-cell battery. I have kept fish alive on average for 2 days with one battery. Now, generally we'll start from the back and go forward. So when I'm emptying it, I usually empty the kayak out, tip it upside down, get rid of most of the water, and it's as easy as just reaching in, grabbing a handful of vinyl and just manipulate it out and you're done.
Easy.
Yep, and then to put it back, or to put it in, you just put your hand in, scrunch her up a little bit,
Chuck it in there.
place it in, just move your vinyl around just like that. I usually then get my cast net bucket and fill it up with water, go and get my fish, chuck them in, and
Good to
I am
go.
good to go.
That's unreal.
Yep.
And does that just clip on the side there?
That just slits in there, and
Oh,
the good
beautiful.
thing is if you already have your own aerator, if you wanted a USB charger one, pretty much most aerators, I've designed it so most aerators will fit in, because we all know they don't last a lifetime, so
Yeah.
you know, if you chop and change, it's generally going to fit in there.
No, that's unreal. You've done very well with that.
Thank you very much.
That is so good. Well, mate, thanks for having a chat with me.
No worries, Hugo.
I'll
Pleasure.
catch you around.
Too easy.
Pretty neat little lure by Raid. flick bait, but the material that it's made out of is really nice, really soft, not too stretchy, but has so much action in that tail. There's some smaller sizes in here, something like that. These look cool, very different, but really nice. All right, over here at the Haswing Australia stand, fair few new goodies coming out. We've got Greg here. How are you, mate?
G'day, Hugo.
What's new on the stand? What have you got?
Well, this is our new Infinity Power hybrid lithium cranking and deep cycle battery. So it's both a cranking battery for the outboard and it's deep cycle. So you can set this battery up purely as a deep cycle battery, or it can be a hybrid battery. So cranking 20% set aside purely for that cranking function, up to 800 cranking amps, and 80% of the battery set up to be deep cycle, running a trolley motor, sounder, fridge, whatever on board. These are Mercury Marine lithium battery compliant as a starter motor, as a starter for outboard motors. It can be monitored. This one's a NEMA version. We also do Bluetooth monitored versions. This is NEMA, has NEMA ports on it, and you can output to this screen, our own 7-inch screen, to Victron compatible, to Victron screens, or output to any NEMA-based sounder. So any of the brands that got NEMA-based interface on their sounders, you can output, monitor it, and configure it. So you can do your configuration via here, via the sounder, and whether you want this as cranking or purely deep cycle.
That's wicked.
220 amp hour, heaps of power. Price 2178 is the RRP on the product, and weighs about 20 kilos.
There you go.
Solid battery, and the other thing about them is screw down terminal posts, so easy to connect all the cabling.
That's schmick, that's a real nice battery.
The other thing about it, waterproof, IP67 rated, so it's rated to 30 minutes submersion.
That's cool. That's a pretty tough battery. What else have you got? Something new for the kayaks?
Yeah, we do. So this is the new Hobie compatible spot lock trolley motor. So it's a 40-pound thrust brushless motor. It's got a remote. Just give me one second, I'll grab the remote. So it comes with this remote, which is configurable, it's programmable, and the battery's a bit flat on this one, but it's got, of course, spot lock, it's got heading lock, it's got cruise function, it's got record and replay function, and you can program the remote, so you can change the speed at which you want the motor to turn in terms of steering, and you can change it in terms of the speed increment. So you whether want a 1-speed increment, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Or you want 0, half, 1, 1.5, etc. So all that's configurable. You can upload and download your routes that you've recorded on your helmsman map to the actual remote control. And this motor will run this kayak, for example, at around about 7-8 k an hour. It's got kill switch. It's also got, when you want to pull the motor out, you simply drop down the guide, it aligns the prop, allows you then to simply pull the motor out. Runs 12 volt. You can run that with standard AGM or lithium batteries, and it'll give you heaps and heaps and heaps of run time. Little compact motor. It's 40 pound thrust, but it's got plenty of punch.
For a kayak, that looks unreal.
And price on that, $18.99. We've already, our problem's not selling them, it's keeping up supply at the present stage, but we've got more coming.
That's good. I know there's a fair few kayakers in Sydney that would definitely get some good use out of something like this.
Sydney, all over the country, if anyone's running Hobie or Hobie compatible kayaks, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a Hobie. There are a number of other brands on the market that are actually compatible. It'll run those as well.
Yeah, I used to have a kayaks to fish, and it looks like it would definitely fit in some of them as well. Yeah,
definitely fit the kayak to fish also. Yeah,
that's awesome. You got some other motors and everything here.
Yeah, got the rest of the bow mount range. So of course we've got the non-GPS, which has been out for a long time. Still sell. But these days, most people want the spot lock function. So the Cayman Bait GPS, that's a 12 volt version. That 55 pound thrust, that'll hold boats up to 5.5 metres, and pricing starting at 2149, backed by a 30-month warranty. A really accurate spot lock on these products. We've made a number of changes recently to further waterproof the housing and so forth on the product. We do both black and white. They're both saltwater compatible. We do those in 3 shaft lengths, 48, 54 and 60 inch shaft lengths. So once we hit 60, we go to stainless steel shafts, and that continues through the range. We've got the new 50739 series, which are 80 pound thrust, 24 volt shaft lengths of 60, 72 and 83 inch.
Wow.
Okay, so boats up to 7.5 metres.
And then the big dog over here.
And we've got one of our big ones, yeah. So this is the new 120 pound thrust, 36 volt, whole boats to 9.5 metres, and shaft lengths of 72, 83 and 98 inch shaft. This is the 83 here. And again, available black and white, both saltwater standard. That's the remote for it. So you've got your usual on-off functions, and you've also got the keypad touch. It's a micro switch keypad, and you've got your anchor and you've got your heading lock function there as well.
Yeah, right.
And we've also just announced to do 48 volt, 160 pound thrust. That will do boats up to 15 metres of spot lock.
That thing's going to be a weapon.
That'll be coming soon. They'll be available with, also the rest of the range available with stainless steel shaft or carbon fibre shaft.
I know. Where can they find all this?
You can find it online at haswing.com.au. We'll see your Haswing stockist.
Beautiful. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for that, mate. Definitely check these out. These are some awesome motors.
We should.
These ones, definitely love the look of. So awesome. What else have we got here?
Okay. These are our push and lock connectors. So hence the name push and lock. They're a waterproof IP68 rated connector. The motors some of the motors come with Anderson plugs. Anderson plugs and saltwater do not go together. Cut them off, throw them in the bin, because that's where they belong. These are far better. These are waterproof. They're IP68 rated, as I said. You simply push them in and lock. This one's fairly tight.
Yeah,
push
right.
and lock. Different versions. So this is a panel for, say, up to 3 to 4 mil thick substrate, such as aluminium boat. The square plate ones are better for 4x4, fiberglass boats, plate boats, etc. We have the inline versions, so we do them in a 20 amp version, we do 60 amp version, and we also do the new 80 amp version. So bigger motors, for example, requiring higher amperage support, these will do up to 80 amp. And again, just line them up, push in. In this case, they don't push and lock, but they actually use a bayonet turn system to lock them in.
Yeah, wow.
Simple to wire up. All the products are the same. They all have these screw terminal posts, so they're easy. They're color coded for positive and negative. They come with all the fixings, and they come with a heat shrink. Price wise, they start from $49.95 for the 20 amp, $59.95 for the 60 amp, $129.95 for the 80 amp. And we also do pre-wired kits, so they come with high quality tin copper cable, 50 amp. They already have the panel socket already mounted and sealed, and they have high quality terminal rings. And again, price $109.95.
This would be really good for someone like myself who's got a real open boat, where that salt water splashing all over. I know I've got an Anderson plug on mine, so that's getting smashed by the salt water. So I definitely think
that's the solution there. If you've got
that's
an open
the one
boat,
I need.
you're just inline connectors. They disconnect together. When disconnected, you've got a cover cap to protect the terminals. And of course, that part's sitting on your motor. You put your motor away and stowed your motor, and this part's sitting on your battery. That might be staying in the boat. Same with these. The panel's already fixed. That sits in your boat, and the socket goes on your motor.
There you go. I definitely think that's something that I have to invest in. They are awesome. How good's that? New range from Atomic this year. The Flix rods. I think they come in underneath the arrows. They're a pretty nice little rod. You got everything from your ultralights to your heavier stuff. Real nice looking rods. There we are. Alrighty guys, I'm so sorry. I just edited up the whole video and forgot that I didn't even do an outro video while I was up there, but in my defense, I was running around looking at absolutely everything, talking to everyone and just having an absolute ball. So I'm back home now. The weather is super gloomy and rainy down here, but I had an absolute ball up there. Got to talk to so many amazing people. Thank you so much to anyone that gave me their time and had a chat, had a laugh. Big thank you to Shimano for letting me represent the brand up there and giving me all the time in the world to run around, meet people, but then also stand on the stall and smile and show off some of the cool product. But I had an absolutely unreal time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a long one, but yeah, I just wanted to showcase what was new because not everyone really gets to go up there and have a look. So I thought I'd record as much as I could, and got to talk to some unreal people. John from My Lure Box, all the other Shimano fellas are absolutely unreal. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Do me a quick favour, if you guys have watched all the way to the end here, comment down below what your favourite new squidgy is. Out of the 3 that came out, comment which one is your favourite and what you want to catch on it. Just so I know you guys have watched all the way to the end. But thank you so much, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.